Reading of our gospel lesson this morning. The gospel lesson comes to us from John chapter 14, verses 15 through 21. The one who loves Jesus keeps Jesus' commandments. If you love me, you will keep my commandments, and I will pray to God the Mother and Father, who will give you another counselor to be with you forever, the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive because it neither sees nor knows this Spirit. But you know the Spirit who dwells with you and will be in you. I will not leave you desolate. I will come to you. Yet a little while, and the world will see me no more. But you will see me, because I live. You also will live. In that day, you will know that I am in God, and you in me, and I in you. Whoever has my commandments and keeps them, that is the one who loves me. And all who love me will be loved by God, and I will love them and manifest myself to them. May God add understanding to the reading of this gospel.
Glory be to the Maker, and to the Christ, and to the Holy Ghost, as it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without end. Amen.
Almighty and merciful God, I thank you that once again I feel like I've been called to be your instrument. I ask that you anoint my heart and anoint my lips. Touch my lips of clay and let them speak your words and not my own. Anoint the ears of those who would hear a message today, that it be the message that they need this day on their faith journey. Amen. Love to live. Today's gospel from John teases out what agape love is all about. If you love me, you will keep my commandments. This actually sounds very conditional. But let's be clear. Love does have conditions. Love does have rules. Love is not a mood you feel or you don't. If you're in love with your partner or your spouse or a best friend, you know the rules that bear witness to that love. However, we are not saved by living by just the rules. There's a commercial on TV for a certain jewelry store in Fayetteville. It says something like, if your being is based on these three words, I love you, then shop at Underwood's and buy an expensive ring or an expensive piece of jewelry. And there's a wonderful vacation spot that advertises called Sandals Beaches. If you love your spouse or your partner, then come here and spend a large sum of money on an all-inclusive love getaway. There's something wrong with that. If that's what love is, I don't have the checkbook for it. Nor do I have the patience and tolerance for it. Those men in that Beaches commercial, I bet you they're going to be waiting for me. However, there's more to living a life of love than spending money or following what are the social norms. If we as Christians want to live that life that is full and abundant, the only way to achieve that is to live and follow the commandments of Christ. We are taught by society and our culture that we are to live so that we can find love in our life and not be alone. I think there's something wrong with that concept. You don't live to fall in love. You love to live. I would like to challenge us today to think of it that different way. That we need to learn to love to live rather than always living to love. I think if we were able to change our lives to live like this, then if we are seeking love, it will be easily found. Do not get me wrong. This doesn't mean that your knight in shining armor is going to show up, or your dream woman who can handle every power tool there is will show up at your doorstep. I think what it means is that we will fall so in love with ourselves and what God has created each of us to be, then we will find that the relationship we have with ourselves and with Jesus Christ, then we will be fully complete. When we feel complete, it is much easier to attract others to want to know who we are and to share our walk with us. This, to me, is what loving to live really means. Find that agape love of Christ that is for you. The love that will surpass all understanding and take you through even the toughest of times. Love nor your life are measured by the amount of money you may spend for that love. Your love and your life will be measured by the way in which you have been in relationship with your Christ, with yourself, and with those that God has put in your life's journey throughout your entire life. As I was preparing for this sermon, I kept thinking, do people really know how conditional love is? Many churches now, before they'll even do a wedding, makes people go through premarital counseling, where you actually talk about what the rules are, what your expectations are. In the gay and lesbian community, it's also very different. I remember several years ago we were at a general conference in Phoenix, and Troy was talking about falling in love with his new partner. And his new partner said, "Troy, are we going to be monogamous?" And Troy looked at him and said, "Boy, I'm way too old to be monogamous, and you're way too young to be monogamous. If you know the rules of the game, you can't go wrong. If you know the facts, you can't go wrong." When people get prepared to get married, they talk about what the plans are. If they don't, they're doomed for failure. Your relationship with Christ is just the same. Except one little thing. Christ has already laid out the rules. If you love me, follow my commandments. And they're not that bad. I mean, maybe a desire hidden deep inside to slap somebody, but I'm not going to go kill anybody. I don't have any plans on going to steal anything. They're not so bad. And we already know up front what Christ wants from us. So live it. And when we do live that love, and we love
no one can stop us. We know the rules, we know the foundation, and we know the way. That's what this means to me. God of many names and places, give us, your people, the strength to love to live, and not simply live to love. Let each of us find the agape love that you have for all people. We ask that you also give us the courage and the strength to be willing to share that same love with each person, that we may come into contact with. Amen.